Hi, young friends. So, once again, we are back together to take our journey on grammar ahead. From our platform, Learn Forward. And your grammar buddy Mini is here with your book, The Grammar Hub by Feathercap for grade 4. Today, we'll be starting chapter 13 of your book and we'll be learning more about conjunctions. They are the joining words. Let's see what else we know about them. Look at the pictures and circle the correct prepositions. So you just have to see, because what are prepositions, children? Prepositions are the words that tell you about the position of a noun on one side, and then we have some other word on the other side, right? At least on one side there should be a noun or pronoun, and the other side can be any. So we just correlate them. So we have here the dog is, where do you see the dog? Is it under, near or over? Yes, it is under. So we'll have to circle. See, I always put a line or circle to make you remember what you have to do. The boy is standing. So what do you see? Where is the boy standing? Behind is correct. Yes, we have it right now. And then about the relation between the fan and the table. The fan is on, over or under the table? Good. It is on the table, right? That means you remember what you have learned earlier. Now, going ahead with the journey, we have the words that show the relation between a noun or a pronoun on one side. This is what I said. And some other word in the sentence on the other side. So such words making relation are called prepositions. Until now we have learned many of them, like in, off, from, at, to, with, under, behind, between, over, on, near, beside, into, by, through, among. All these are prepositions and many more, children. So like what you see here, let us see the use of some of the prepositions with the help of pictures. The ball and the chair, they are just beside, right? Then when you look at the boy and the chair, where is the boy standing? Behind, yes. And the dog is in the box. Good answer. And where is the bag? It is on the stool and the ball is under the chair and the boy is jumping over the rope, right? So we'll get to know the difference also in the use. What are the differences? We'll be learning about some prepositions of position, that is, place. So prepositions of place relate to a place. What is the position of the noun or pronoun, where the noun or pronoun is in relation to the other word we are talking about? Like the cat is, where is the cat in relation to the chair? Where all can the cat sit? Let us first imagine, where can it be? It can be, yes, on the chair. It can be under the chair also. It can be near the chair, children. It can be beside the chair also. Beside means just side by side, and near means actually it is closer. So there are so many prepositions we can use. It depends on the position, the place where the cat is in relation to the chair. So what do you see here? Where is the cat? Yes, it is on the chair, not under, neither under nor beside. Now the cat is between the legs of the chair. When it is under, it can be between the legs of the chair. Fine. Now these prepositions of place, where are they used? They express the relation of place. We use in front of. I have already narrated so many prepositions here. You yourself have given me examples. Then on. What do these tell? In means something which is already inside. Then in front of means facing each other. Then we talk about on. On means when the thing is touching the surface of the other. So we use on here. Near means closer, I have just told. Behind means it is on the back side of something. Between, yes, between we tell when we talk about something between two articles, two objects, right? And when it is amongst the many, Like if I say I am standing between my two students, so because I am between two students, this is my position. This is a student, this is teacher, this is a student. But sometimes the teacher is surrounded by students, so you are very excited. So these are all the students. We have more than two here, and the teacher is here. So what will you say? The teacher is standing among the students, right? So when we talk about two, the position is between, and when it is more than two, the position is among. Then beside, I have just told you, by the side of, sitting next, placed just next, and yes, against. We use the word against when there is a force from the other side also. Like when you put a ladder, so there is, the pressure is from the wall also, that is stopping it to fall down, go down further, isn't it? So the ladder is placed against the wall. It's putting its pressure and getting it reverted also. We say don't lean against the wall. The teachers specially tell you, when the students just stand like this with the wall, we say don't stand against the wall, because the opposite force is also released from there. So that relation is against, right? Now to express the notion of something above a point, we use over and above. But what is the relation? What is the difference in over and above? Over means when you are just crossing something, but you are not touching that surface. Okay, so you can say the cat sprang upon me. Okay, sorry, over. The aeroplane flew over the building, because it's not touching the building, right? And but when we talk about above, we talk about the position. Suppose on the same surface we have this scenery, and then we have the clock. It is on the same surface, so we are just comparing, making a comparison here. We say the clock is above the scenery. Fine. So this is the difference between over and above. Over is used when we cross something without touching. Just like there was a rope and the boy was jumping. So we are not supposed to touch the rope. We have to cross it. That is called over. The boy jumped over the rope. Clear? Can we move ahead? Okay, to express the notion of something below a point, when it is below a point, just like when it is above the point, we use the word over and above. For something below, we use under and below. So we can say the scenery is below the clock and the shoes are under the table, right? So that shows the below. The dog is sitting under the table. The water level of the river is below the danger mark. So it is below. On the same level, see, when we are comparing, that we use above and below. Now, if you have understood this much, let's have an exercise here. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate prepositions of place. And we have learned so many prepositions of place. I waited for my friend dash the school gate. So you were there exactly at that point. We will use the word preposition at the school gate. Okay. We eat our lunch dash the canteen every day. So do you sit there inside? For inside, which preposition have I told you? Yes, in the canteen every day. We have to walk dash a corridor to reach our class. So you have to just go along that. You have to go from it. So that is called through. That means you have to cross something throughout. We use the preposition through, like our train passed through the tunnel. So from one end to the other, it was going into, and then it moved out of it. So that movement is called through. We have to walk through a corridor. Next, my house is situated dash the temple. So where can it be? It can be near the temple. It can be in front of the temple. It can be behind the temple. It can be beside also. You know, some people are so lucky their home is just adjacent, just next wall to the wall of the temple. So you can use beside also. Next, your glass of milk is kept dash the table. Can you keep it under the table? No. So it is on the table. So the next is the trains go dash the bridge. So where do the trains go? They go under the bridge. Right? Now, what do we have next? We have the prepositions of time. They tell you about the time. They show the connection with the time. And what are the different prepositions of time? In, on, at. They are the different prepositions and others also. Now, when do you use on? We use on when we are talking about some day, like I go to temple on Tuesday. When we talk about date, I was born on 19 July. So here also I am referring to on. So for days, dates, and for the days of the week, all these we use on, right? Coming to the next, we use at. When do you use at? That is for some particular time. Like if I say the school gets over at 2 p.m. So I'm talking about particular time that is fixed. It will not get over before that nor after that. Then there are some parts of the day that for which we use at. For example, at night, at dawn, at dusk, at noon, at midnight. These are the times of the day for which we use the preposition at, because midnight is just 1:12 o'clock. Noon is just 1:12 noon, right? So for a particular time, for a point of time, we use the word at. At sunrise, it is just one moment when we say it's a sunrise, and just a moment it takes when it is sunset. So these are the different phases of time when we use the preposition at. It is used with certain major holidays also, but then you have to remember we do not use the word day here. For example, when we are talking about Diwali, we say our family always gets together at Diwali. We are not using at that day or date. We are just saying Diwali. We will not say on Diwali. And then coming to the next preposition, in is used for non-specific times. That means it is not one fixed point. It is not specified. For example, if I say I was born in December, we celebrate Christmas in December, but I am not being particular about that date or moment when it is done. So for non-specific time, we use the word in. So for the months, just like for date, we said on. For the particular time, we said at. Similarly, for non-specified time, for months, we have, yes, we have in. For a season, in summer. Then for a year, that means in 1996. Then we talk about decades, we talk about centuries. So this is a big span. It's not a specific time, it's a non-specific time. So we say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, because it is a stretched time of the day. Now prepositions like since, for, by, from, and to. Since is used when the starting time is given. I have been teaching since the year 1999. So since, I'm telling you the beginning. For, I've been teaching for 28 years. So I'm using for when I'm telling you the span, not the starting time, the span. Then by is used when I say this is the deadline. You must submit your notebooks by Monday. That means after Monday it will not be accepted. Then from to, my exams will be conducted from 13th May to 18th May. So I'm giving you the beginning time also and the ending time also. So we use from to for that. From and until is also when the last point is given. During means during that whole span. I toiled hard during the day, during my vacation. I enjoyed a lot during my vacations. That means throughout your vacation. So when we are talking about the entire time of the activity, we talk about during. Within means in the range of. I'll be back within 5 minutes. So in that range, I will be back. Between. Yes, when we talk about, when we do not talk about the starting and the end, only the span in between, then we say between. We'll have exams, we'll go for a party between 5 and 7 p.m. So it will be between that duration only. Will not cross, will not go earlier, will not come later. Then beyond is also when it is away, far away. They express an extended period of time. Children played during the break. So whatever the duration was throughout that time of the break, they played. You must complete your holiday homework between 1st and 10th. So it should be done in that span only. So this is just a stretched period of time, children. Now let's see how do we use them. Now fill in the blanks with prepositions of time. My birthday is, I said 19th July. It is 9th July here. My birthday is, it's a particular date. So on 9th July. He was born, April is not just one day, it's a month. So it will be in April. Rohan will reach the airport. See, at 12 noon, it can be at 12 noon, it can be by 12 noon. That means he have to reach there before that. Okay. We plan to shift to another house. Christmas Eve, we are saying. So, not at Christmas, on Christmas Eve. I have an exam sharp at 8 a.m. So, it is a particular time. The sun shines brightest at noon. It is 12 fixed time. It's a specified time. Yes. So it's time to have a summary of what we have learned in today's session. Words, what are prepositions? They show a relation between a noun or a pronoun on one side and some other word of the sentence on the other side. And here are a few prepositions: in, of, from, at, to, with, under, and we have learned so many in today's session, and earlier also we know many of the prepositions. Then we also learned preposition of places. They describe where something is, the location, the position of some noun or pronoun, right? And then preposition of time is used to show the connection of that noun pronoun with some time reference. So that was all. Let's see how much you have understood. So it's time to have an exercise now. Tick the correct answer. In a sentence, a word which shows the relationship between noun, pronoun and some other word, what is that called? Preposition, of course. Our neighbor gently knocked at the door. So what is the word at here? It is again a preposition. The Independence Day falls. Day, on, yes. Sitting dash a tree gave great relief to the tired traveler. So where do you think the tired traveler will sit? Will it sit at the tree, in the tree, on the tree, at the tree, or under the tree? Of course, to relax, you will sit under the tree. I do not like lying dash bed, said Rinku. So where do you lie? Lying out of bed, into the bed, in bed, or on the bed? I don't like lying on bed, on the surface of the bed. Coming to the next, fill in the blanks with most appropriate preposition chosen from those given within brackets. Now, because we have already done so many sentences, so many examples about using different prepositions, and it's so easy, choice is given to you. I hope what makes sense, you can do it yourself. Good. That should be the confidence, children. So I expected actually a positive yes from you. And then if you have any doubts, I'll be available right here. I hope the topic was interesting and you enjoyed learning with Minnie. We'll be coming up with more interesting topics in grammar. Till then, happy learning, children.